Well, garlic is kind of an interesting and fun plant to grow in the garden. And it's really successful throughout all of our state. Now, some gardeners in Oklahoma have had real good success growing garlic. Others may not have had so much success. One of the secrets to growing garlic in Oklahoma is to be sure that you get it in at the right time of the year. Garlic can be planted anytime between late fall and on into November in most of Oklahoma, and you could plant as late as early January in southern Oklahoma. Garlic is a heavy feeder, and it really enjoys a well-drained soil that's high in organic matter and high in fertility. So I'm going to sprinkle a pretty liberal supply of complete garden fertilizer in my soil before I plant the garlic, just to be sure that there's adequate nutrients there to get growth on that plant next year when it begins its growth. Garlic is really not a difficult plant to locate as far as planting pieces are concerned, because you can just go to the grocery store and purchase some of the garlic cloves in the store and use those for planting. Now, these cloves, of course, should be checked to be sure that they are solid, that they're free of rot and damage, because if you put a garlic clove into the ground that has already begun to deteriorate, chances are it's going to go ahead and deteriorate in the soil. As you plant the garlic cloves, break the bulb apart and plant the small individual cloves. Now, the cloves on the outer side of the garlic bulb are going to be those that produce the largest, most productive plants, although the smaller ones on the inside, of course, can also be planted. Plant your garlic, as I said, in a well-drained, highly fertile soil that's high in organic matter, and put them in the soil about 1 inch to 2 inches deep, about 6 to 8 inches apart. And if you plant more than one row in the garden, you'd probably want to space those rows about 12 to 15 inches apart, because they do need a considerable amount of room to grow. Now, one of the things that I like about growing garlic is that if you plant them in the edge of the garden or a spot sort of away from the rest of your plants, you can go ahead and allow the garlic to grow and come out and harvest the cloves whenever you need garlic to use in your cooking. Or, of course, you can next spring or late spring and early summer, as it begins to mature, let it dry down and go ahead and harvest it and dry it much like you would onions. Another important step to remember in planting garlic, though, at this time of the year is, as soon as you get it planted, be sure that you get a garden label of some kind and mark where you've planted your garlic, so you won't forget next spring before it starts coming up where it is, and go ahead and plant something over that. So I hope that if you've not had success with garlic in your garden before, keep trying, because I think that you will enjoy growing it, enjoy having a good garlic supply, and it does make a nice crop for us here in Oklahoma Gardens.